here at this area in the woods, and it's a sacred place. You see, for thousands of years, Native American Indians inhabited this area, possibly had villages, mounds, and it's a place of history. There's a lot of activity here in those times. Today it's a peaceful place here in the woods. You just sense the past, and just want to take a moment to reflect upon the history and honor the people that once lived in these areas. I'm always respectful when I'm exploring these places. Seeing a lot of these shells scattered around the areas. These were deposited here by natives long ago. Wow, incredible views here. And you can imagine why the natives would have inhabited these areas. Rich food sources, a lot of water here, very peaceful. It's interesting seeing these mound formations out here in the woods. The natives would build these mounds in these areas, and they were used for various purposes. This one here would have been much larger at one time. It's been eroded away over the centuries. You can see part of the mound here. Walking along the edge of this mound appears to be quite large. Goes on for a ways there in the woods. It's always interesting to see the different formations and sizes of these mounds. They change over the years. There it is behind me. Seen a lot of limestone and shell deposits in the area. It's possible this may have been a place where natives made their tools. And often the mounds would be used for various purposes over the years by different generations. Water levels vary in these areas throughout the year. Sometimes water can reach levels far above where I'm standing. Other times it can completely dry out, which is why natives would build their mounds very tall in these areas. They're places of high ground. Also, something else to consider is nearby tribes and others would travel into these areas back in those times. They could possibly see these mounds standing very tall in the wilderness, indicating places of habitation, villages. This is interesting. You can see this area, it's all dug up. There's some limestone and chert all throughout this area. It could have been possible this was a quarry site at one time, used by the natives. This is really neat to see all the different rocks around the area. Different shapes, colors, sizes, interesting textures on them. Some interesting pieces here. Incredible. Imagine layers of history must be here. You can see it, the dirt. And also wanted to make note that this area has been dug up, but when I'm out here, I'm merely observing these areas. I don't attempt to dig or remove any of these pieces here. I always leave everything as I see it. It's fascinating to observe this history. It's a very wild and ancient place. These areas have been like this for many years, and hopefully they'll remain like this for a long time into the future. This is the real Florida.